All right, this is my update for the S&P 500. This is a futures contract. So I'm looking at an A, B, and a C here. Could possibly turn into an impulsive structure as a 1, a 2, a 3. You could call this 3, 4, and we got 5, and this is over. We could finally start to see some new highs. Still looks like this is possibly just 3. Down here, and we're going to get a 4 and one more low as far as a C goes. So that's what I'm looking at as far as that. The SPX has a little bit better of a structure. It has a 1, 2, and 3. Of course, you could call this 3. This green candle outside return was 4 and 5. Can't count that out, especially even when you look over here as being the case. I mean, it's enough to consider. It's just that this wasn't very impulsive, but I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But as far as a small little scalp that I got into, just in anticipation of 4 coming, which could look really nasty. But I'm thinking once it finally does come, it's going to take at least 3 to 4 days, and at least be a good trade. So once this bottom here happened, and we went up and broke this, I got into a trade here. I do have my stops here, so if it does come and hit that stop, which it looks like it's going to, it's just going to be null and void. But the good news about that is if it does develop, this starts to develop impulsively, then that would mean that this whole thing here, of course, this nasty thing here, which was a halt of trading, and this one here, and this one here, doesn't help with the analysis, but will rear its ugly head as to whether or not we're going to go higher. So I mean, I was just trying to play the odds here that possibly maybe by breaking this high that we're starting to develop it. I mean, it still could come take my stop and then just go deep here and then go. And so when it starts to break this one, I'll put an alert for myself, probably around here, probably this high here. But if it does go deep, that way that'll alert me that, hey, it's quite possible that I was just a little early with this trade. But if it comes and takes my stop and then starts to, if I do a retracement here, starts to get to the 7 or 80% retracement, then that's quite logically telling me that this whole thing was a smaller 4 or corrective action, and that we're gonna extend lower, which then you do your fibs on the larger structure here. Go into a 4-hour chart, you'd put in your ABC here, and then also do an extension of that 1, 2, 3. The only problem with that is that we're already massively extended. So probably really won't do any good, except for the fact that it's going to extend. How far? We don't know. And that would definitely exhaust it, and we would finally get some sort of divergences on your other indicators telling you, hey, we're done. So that's what I'm looking at on the S&P. I will keep maybe do an update later tonight or tomorrow on how this trade panned out. Not looking good so far, but still just a small little scalp, a good little entry to build upon if it was to stop here and continue up, and I could do an extension of that and maybe buy some more, start scaling in little by little, and then get out. If this was the 4 and it lasts 3 days to a week and a half, it'd be a good, I'd say at least a good 100 points. So that's basically the way I'm playing it, and I'll keep you updated. Talk to you later.